Do you find yourself yearning for the pomp and showmanship of an international football tournament? Is once every 2 years not enough to sate your hunger for confetti and exaggerated statements of what winning means to the players? Well, you've managed to find your way into our crazy sporting time machine, so here's our review of FIFA 2010 World Cup South Africa. So, story. Do we have to do the story? Well, if you don't know what the World Cup is, I really don't have any words for you. You must know what it is. Come on. All the countries in the world with an official football association or federation or whatever can take part in a great big tournament. The prize, that would be a great big golden statue. OK, it's not all that big, but it's heavy. That's what Sean Wright Phillips told us anyway. Not that he's ever touched it. The Jules Rimet is seen as the biggest prize in international football, with the World Cup final watched by some 350 million people. It's not so hard to see why choking on the big stage has become such a problem. But that's why this game and you are here. Now you can decide if England will lift the cup again. They won't, but dreaming is definitely fun. If you're looking for all the official nuts and bolts, then FIFA 2010 World Cup is your one-stop shop. Some 199 teams are on offer to play with. That's not all the teams in the world. There are a couple that dropped out, probably because their team are all really ugly or just not very good at football. No, that can't be it, because England are in there. Sorry, I'm really bitter. Back to that later, maybe. On a serious note, it's quite astonishing just how many footballers and their respective shirts are in the game. The character models all retain that dead behind-the-eyes realism of the FIFA 10 engine, of course. Tevez the Bridge Troll is a personal favourite. As well as all the official teams, we've just covered those, keep up. FIFA World Cup 2010 also has all the official stadia. It's a small feature and one that most people may even overlook now that South African stadia aren't high on anyone's agenda. But if you're looking to relive the glory of that tournament as this review intended, then it is important. As with all FIFA titles, they are beautifully recreated in virtual form. They look so clean and shiny. Then you win the World Cup and someone sees it as a good idea to cover them all in coloured paper.
Este tema se lo quiero dedicar a mi buen amigo Don Juan Purgar.
Right, now we get to the really important bit, gameplay. Obviously of great concern in a FIFA game. If you've showed up for the narrative, you must be feeling pretty stupid now. Well, you're 2 minutes into this, you might as well stick around. FIFA 2010 World Cup, when it was released, was essentially FIFA 10.5. Whilst it provided the license tie-in to the biggest event of the summer, it was little more than an extension of the product already on the shelves. But it did give fans of the series the perfect insight to the next step in the FIFA machine. There's something about playing towards a big prize like the World Cup that keeps you involved, though. Probably not all that applicable now, but back then it was awesome. Blast, you've played FIFA 11 now, it's better. Finally, we turn our attention to the gimmicks. That's right, those little things that keep you coming back to the game even when it is a couple of years out of date. And the next World Cup is far more interesting. Well, 2010 World Cup South Africa does have a few very nice features that we were disappointed weren't rolled out across the series. The use of a revolving globe to pick out your team is really nice and great for those not too hot on their geography. Just me on that? Let's move on. It seems redundant to say it now, but like the hacker in the upcoming Rugby Challenge, this is the only place to see all the World Cup fixings. So we come to an end. That's right, it's time to fire up the time machine and head back to 2011, or if you're in 2012, 2012. Before we head back to a world where FIFA 12 is nearly, or now out, time circuits can get mixed up, of course. We'll leave you with this, though. At its time, FIFA 2010 World Cup was a great addition to the summer's footballing excitement. Play the tournament, win the tournament, lament not being sent an actual gold trophy by FIFA. Sort that out, FIFA.